Men, who is the creepiest girl you have ever encountered and what made her so weird? My interaction started innocently enough with this random girl asking me questions about my religious beliefs on Twitter, and I was more than happy to talk. The conversation quickly turned weird though, as she began asking if I thought that people who were lying about who they were should admit to their sins. By this, she meant trans people, aliens like Obama, midgets of all things. She believed midgets were shapeshifters, and when she stated that Australia is a hoax because they should just fall off the earth, I stopped replying. That's when things really went south. She began harassing me at all hours of the day on Twitter. This spread to comments on my personal emails. They were erratic and hard to make out, seeming like she was on something when writing them. I managed to find other people she had stalked/harassed and pieced together what this was all about. A few years prior, she had a beef with a guy who lives in New Zealand. He cut off contact with her, but she began contacting his family, friends, and boss to tell them that he did bad things to children. Now, he works in a school so this charge could end his career. Luckily, he warned his boss and they ignored the charges. Of course, it helped that her proof was that God told her. Did I forget to mention that she claims she's a prophet of God and that he literally talks to her to tell her bad things people do? Because that's exactly what she claims. And good luck arguing with God told me you're guilty. Who's she going to believe? Your mountain of evidence or the voice of God in her head? Anyway, she found me online and came to the conclusion that I was really a fake identity for the New Zealand guy. Her evidence? We both enjoyed photography. As I said before, arguing with her was useless. God told her that I stole the photos of my family from someone else and was pretending to be a married man in New York when I was really the New Zealand guy. Can't argue with God. I tried to contact the police, but she lived in Canada and there wasn't anything they could do. I, and others, reported her Twitter account, but she always had a few spares ready to hop too. The harassment intensified as she told me that she was going to contact all the companies I did business with under my blog and tell them of my crimes. Same as New Zealand guys, since we were the same person in her mind, I had to warn a few people preemptively just in case. She also threatened to contact the local police on me, but luckily she didn't know where I lived exactly. She also posted threats to my wife's blog. This continued off and on for a year or so. She'd moved to another target, we'd warn said target, and they'd block her. She'd then claim that we were part of some Uber hacking group that hacked into everyone's Twitter account to force them to block her when they really all agreed with her. This also extended to police departments. We apparently hacked the police to make her complaints vanish after she was personally told that they would arrest us. Eventually, I found her IP address and hatched a plan to block her from my website. I edited my site so that she would get a 404-page not found error if she tried to visit my page, while everyone else would get the normal site. She began lauding on Twitter her success at taking me offline. She's still online and bothering people. Boy George and the head of Firefox are among her past targets. She's left me alone for years though. I've since stopped blogging, due to life not her, and cut back the Twitter use so I don't think she'll focus on me again. I don't even wish for her to be arrested, but to get the psychiatric care that she so obviously needs.